But about skills, yeah, I think you improve in communication, and not only in public speaking, but also in listening. Because the more humble you are, you learn to listen to the other. And I cannot recall now a moment when I learned something while I was speaking. But I know that you can learn a lot when you are listening. And you can become a greater motivator in Rotary and use this in your professional life, because there is something very specific to our organization. If, as a manager, we know that theory and metaphor, that you have the carrot and the stick, in Rotary, we only have the carrot. There is no stick in Rotary. So learning how to motivate is an essential skill. And this year being the year of the magic of Rotary, and if you imagine yourselves as magicians with a magic wand in your hand, you must know that that magic wand is the carrot. Okay, so this was the other. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. I would like to extend the question to you, Stefan. How has your journey in leadership, in Rotary leadership, contributed to your personal development and sense of fulfillment?
Yeah, thank you, Florentino. Yeah, I mean, my background is more a financial guy, so I was always CFO, did a lot of M&A, supporting IPOs, so that has a lot to do with money, obviously, and hard facts. So, and that's probably the biggest difference actually between my professional world and Rotary, where it's actually about people and about projects and about helping, and that of course helped me a lot personally in my personal growth, I would say. And the other thing is quite similar, so I'm also captain in the Swiss Mountain Infantry, so military service is also very directive, I'd say, and also in the management you have clear roles, you have bosses, you have subordinates, and when you become governor you learn pretty fast actually that you actually do not have power in that sense. you only have the merits, and all the things that do not work in your district also land on your table. You're actually responsible for everything, but you can't actually really force people to do everything and anything. So that is really very special within Rotary. So the only way you can lead in Rotary is actually to convince people and talk people and listen to people, and that really, with that, you really have a big impact in the clubs, and that I really could realize that when you talk with the boards and really listen what are the concerns in the clubs, and then they're also open for some hints and some advice. And if you just order, that doesn't work at all in the Rotarian world. That's at least my experience.
Thank you. So we had a discussion on part of more of the skills, but now I'd like to go to the part of the values. And Mihaela, what are those personal values that are usually reinforced when we are leaders in Rotary?
Well, as Stefan, I'm a banker, so I'm involved also in financial fields. And last year, before start my term, I talked with my bank CEO, telling about what I will do in the future. And I said, look, we are almost in the same position. You are the CEO of the bank, and I will be a CEO, a kind of CEO in a network. Comparing the size with the 150 clubs I have in my district, 3,800 people, it's like a bank with several branches, several branch managers, like a team. The difference between me and you is that you motivate your people through management by objective, salaries, bonuses, this kind. But I need to motivate my people doing good in the world and in the communities, without this material, so because we are all leaders in our profession, and I think that to lead this in Rotary, need to lead by example, by being a model, to work together with the team, and to have a great team. So finally, after 1 year, I will be able to manage a bank, but I don't know if you will be able to manage a district, a Rotary district. So I think that the main values I promote in my district, in my term, is integrity, transparency, ethics. Actually, last weekend we had the district committee meeting, and we have a panel talking about ethics and about leadership, and how we need to be a role model for young generation, for Rotaractors, for Interactors, because in Romania we have 6,000 Interactors, so we need to lead them to remain in our Rotary family and to become Rotarians in the future. But I think the main thing is to lead by example, and to be very straight in everything, and to be a model for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mihaela, for providing such a very inclusive question, which really leads to professional and personal growth. So we spoke about the competencies and also the values. So Mert, I would like to extend the question toward the global network. How has leadership in Rotary supported your growth to grow your global network?
Yes, I am as well an insurance broker in my hometown. And of course, when we look at why we became Rotarians in the first place, is maybe networking. I was 20 years ago, much younger, with different thoughts. And of course, the ethical values who brought me to Rotary have changed as well. You know, every person changes every day, just like the world. And just like Heraclitus told us in the old days, you can never swim in the same water, because first the water is not the same, and you yourself is not the same. So when we look at our journey, you change your personal values as well, networking, and you get to know a lot of people, just not in your club, in your community, but in your country, in the global network of Rotary. And you, of course, have to sharpen some of your personal values, and sometimes you have to narrow them so that you can adapt to the world much better. Of course, I believe that tolerance is the main ethical value of each Rotarian or leader, so to say. Just like our founders told us, without tolerance, you can never do anything as a leader. You have to understand and learn. For motivating as well, you have to believe. And I do believe that the values, the four-way test, is actually a philosophy of life of every Rotarian. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you. And having all the different perspectives, so when we chose the panel, we didn't ask for only financial background, so that happened to be. I know that Daniel, in this side are exceptions of not being in the financial